So you know it's scarring. Popping so apart. My back is enormous. See that? This is the last warning. Met that girl at night. Ooh, do the morning. No, girl, I'm sorry. Hang up, girl, don't call me. No, you won't.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We're live in the Rockies, the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, Colorado, as the Nuggets try to defend their home court. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Houston, Clint Capella is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Harden. And it's Wolf in at the point guard position. Here's Murray on target from 13 feet. Murray's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Nuggets. All-Star break coming up. The NBA is always looking for, Brent, ways to make it more entertaining, especially the All-Star game itself.
Well, I like that over the past couple seasons, the players have sort of honed in on the competition of the game and how it is that they want to find ways
it's made it better, hasn't it?
I think so. But we've talked about it, Kevin, that if you go back to some of the old salty dogs who talk about how there's no defense and we always used to grind it out. You know, the mid-'80s games were like 152 to 147. So
in there, not a lot of scoring. Right?
It's been like this for a while, but I do like that the players have addressed it. I do like that the players want to seem like it's more competitive than we know it is. It's an exhibition. They put on a show, but they are aware of it.
And so it's Houston with it. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Poke loose. And it's Houston on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Now here's Murray. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. It's Barton on the wing. Murray kicks to Millsap. Over Mirotic.
Looking to become a more dependable defender, both in the post and on the perimeter. Mirotic enjoying being a pest on that play. Like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Capella sets a screen for Harden.
And if Gary Harris does not close out, that shot probably goes in. Instead, no dice.
It's deflected. Harris against Harden. Pass to Wolf. Capella with a screen on Harris. Jokic with the steal. And Capella sends it back. They retain possession. Rockets trail by 4. Harden against Harris. Mirotic the screen to the inside. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Well, the defense opens up just for a quick second, and that's where Barton takes advantage. He jets into that gap and right towards the hoop.
Pass to Wolf. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
There are times where you have to play with a little bit more caution. It's already his second foul in the first quarter.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Denver. Here's Wolf. Here's Capella. That one, no good. And Denver the other way now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Now, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different.
Now here is Harris. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And that one drops for him. Brett, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Rockets making a switch here. Udo's checked in for Capella. Narebko comes in for Mirotic. Shumpert is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for James Harden. He used that pick to perfection. He has 6.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
McDermott for 3. It's rebounded by Udo.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Screen by Udo. Here's Wolf. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's McDermott. Defense is right there. Here's the screen. Clock at 6. Morris. It's rebounded by Houston.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
9 feet out. No good. Shot missing. And the Nuggets going the other way. The Nuggets leading by 7.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
Inside and finished off by McDermott.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. The quick look, no good that time.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Interesting, Kevin. I got drafted by the Nuggets, never played there. They drafted me 15th overall back in the 1995 draft and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way.
Screen by Udo. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Here's Morris, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Morris drops them both. Rockets trail by 11. Wolf covered by Morris. Wolf. Denver grabs the miss. O'Quinn's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris outside. And there's the pass to O'Quinn. And again, Denver no good.
And And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Denver on top. They lead by 11. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about
Bustling, like fashion, luck.
in basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Cleaning the glass, I mean, right from the jump, and that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that you're coming at them all night long.
Beasley is out there with Morris, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's McDermott, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And McDermott is such a fearless scorer. You saw that in college and can be a sniper at times. And in games where he gets engaged offensively, he becomes so much more dangerous. It's good for teammates to look for him once you see a couple Dougie McBuckets baskets go in.
Denver leading by 11. Brent, we've got great dunkers now. You played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here is Morris. His last outing, he had 8 points. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You want to pressure up on McDermott even when he doesn't have the ball. That time when he caught it, ready to shoot.
Timeout called, the Rockets. In addition to going over the game, making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Second chance shot, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Harris a screen. Millsap passes to Barton. He kicks to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Harris drives in. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets trailed by 7. Pass to Collison. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Rockets.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Now here is Harris. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic just got his second bucket of the game to go.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Here's Harden. Kicks it down to Middleton. 3-pointer. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from James Harden.
and he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Millsap. That one drops for him. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
You can see how comfortable Millsap is right now. His confidence growing.
Harden against Millsap. Back to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Harden.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And the Nuggets making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Harris outside. Pick by O'Quinn. Harris drives in. Collison against Murray. Over Collison. That one wide left. Nuggets trail by 6. Harden against Harris. Harden, no good.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out. Will Barton think that this is a guy who came out of nowhere, but he was a 5-star recruit back in high school. Interesting thing is that he has not grown all that much since his time in high school, but certainly his game has.
And, of course, Barton's second-round pick struggled early to find his niche in this game.
Yeah, another one of those guys that had to have a little bit of time in the developmental league in the first couple seasons. They're all about the learning process, and then, boom, the light goes on, the shooting starts to improve. He gets in the right system. He gets the right opportunity. He's been a very strong contributor ever since.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Now here's Collison. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And even 3-on-3 break. Harris dishes to Barton. Millsap kicks to Harris. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Now a timeout called by Houston. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Houston. They're looking extremely sharp right now. Poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Nuggets, 5 games behind.
And seeing where the Rockets are, well, one of the big stories of the year. Already this team's been absolutely on fire. And it hasn't just been one game here or there. It's been a sustained effort.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything that anyone saw coming. You couldn't see it in the offseason or the preseason, but they've come out here in the beginning of the year and done something pretty special.
Hey, Brent, you look at how Kyle O'Quinn got to this point, mostly hard work and proving people wrong.
Yeah, just one Division I scholarship offer out of high school. Ended up being a second-round pick and an unsung player who does a lot of things for you on the inside, plays with tremendous passion. And if I've heard correctly, he is the comedian in the locker room. So what else could you want, Kevin, besides some levity?
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Gary Harris.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
56 seconds left in the first half of the game. On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Murray. Goes back up. Rockets with the rebound, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, it felt like they were teenagers during the summer. Low levels of activity, allowed too many good looks. Just not their night.
Here's Murray after Udo's basket. Murray outside. And another miss by Denver. Here's Wolf. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, Denver was looking great right away. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. After a well-executed first quarter, they held the lead by 11. The second quarter wasn't as kind to them, but they still... And now with the second half about to get up...
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first. Third quarter starting here now. Denver leading by 6. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. We've got Mirotic, also Clint Capella out there, Harden out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Wolf in at the point. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray showing some smarts right there, some good patience in that pick and roll. Jamal Murray, you can't start much younger than Jamal did. At age 3, he reportedly could play basketball for hours on end. Where's the nap time, Kevin? Where is the nap time?
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Harden against Harris. Pass to Barton. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Barton's got 10 points. There really isn't a time in Murray's life that he wasn't great at this game.
No, in Canada, just such a great career in Ontario. Played alongside actually Thon Maker. And then 1 year at Kentucky. Who doesn't have 1 year at Kentucky? Drafted 7th overall. And what an amazing fit that he's still pointing up and improving. One of the game's more deadly shooters right now.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Nuggets trailed by 9. Mirotic, a screen on Millsap. Wolf passes to Mirotic. Doubled by Murray, just his first attempt. And the dunk by Capella.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Murray kicks to Barton. No good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Mirotic, a screen on Barton. Middleton, the pass to Harden. Shoots over Barton, and it's blocked.
All about timing, Will Barton. Great job of seeking that one out and throwing it away.
Here's Harris. The rebound by Middleton.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Mirotic sets the screen for Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. The Nuggets in second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic comes in for Hernan Gomez. And McDermott subbed in for Barton.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Millsap kicks to McDermott. Millsap sets the pick for McDermott. Jokic a screen. And here's Harris from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Harris has got 5.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And such a great shooting stroke for Gary Harris. Brent, starting to become a guy who can create as well for others.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a score-first mentality, but he's capable of doing that, and it's really about the team. He really does whatever it is that the staff is asking of him. He's surrounded by some good young talent, and he seems to fit right in with everything that goes on top of the responsibilities that Mike Malone gives him. And that's number 4, definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Harden. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, James Harden. That one is no good. Denver leading by 5. For 3, Beasley trains the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
Now, I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Here's McDermott. The Nuggets with another miss. Nuggets trail by 6. And a deep 3 from Harden. Offline with his 3. Denver's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Here's Morris, and the rejection by Harden. A three-pointer is right on target.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Morris kicks to Beasley. Teardrop shot, and Morris with the lay-in. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
It's Harden with the drive, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Denver.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul. And one more. It'll be hit in the shower.
The Nuggets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Screen by Udo. Harden against Beasley. Harden dishes to Jerebko. Chalk up 2 there. Jerebko's got his first points in this one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pick by O'Quinn. Jokic kicks to Beasley. Puts it up from 12. Jump shot is good that time. Beasley's got 9 points.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
To the wing right side. Screen by Udo. Collison. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
O'Quinn, the pass to Morris. Easily outside. Here's Jokic. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harden dishes to Jerebko. That ties it up. Jerebko's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Morris kicks to Jokic. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the end.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. They've got Morris. Bill Barton is out there with Jokic. And it's Beasley in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Barton against Shumpert. Barton passes to Jokic. Over Mirotic. And Denver again with the bucket.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half. And they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Here's Wolf. The pass to Capella. Wolf covered by Morris. Kicks to Mirotic. Beasley with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Capella sends it back. And it's the Rockets on the break. House is running, and Mirotic throws it down.
Gotta like seeing Mirotic get up and throw one down for his ball club.
Denver's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray comes in for Morris. Murray kicks to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And Middleton, the bucket on the assist from Capella.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they keep shooting like that.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Find Divine Murray, and he gets it to him. And he lays it straight in.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Wolf, he's covered by Murray. Here's Wolf. That shot off. Good defense by Jokic. Ross with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Capella. Passes it to Wolf. He kicks to Mirotic. Mirotic, a screen on Murray. A second chance effort. Mirotic's shot is off. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. That's tipped. Middleton outside. Wolf, he's covered by Murray. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. Has to put away this layup.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Murray against Harden. Harden against Murray. And it goes down 2 points. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Screen by Capella. And it's Middleton penetrating. Capella with a screen on Murray. Here's Harden. Capella trying to free himself up. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got it all tied up now for Houston.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out. He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
On Hernangomez, who's checked in for Nikola Jokic. He throw good, James Harden.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Stolen. And the pass to Harden. Kicks it to Capella. Capella with a screen on Harris. Pass to Wolf. And that misses. That would have put him up. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a two-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
And that one's good, Barton.
And that's a big shot from Barton when his team really needed one. This guy taking the pressure head on.
Screen by Capella, and Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Wagner, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Back to Harden. Capella with a screen on Harris. Harden dishes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Stolen by Harden. To the paint, Millsap with the steal. Here's Murray. He's covered closely. Left side, Harris. Pass to Barton. Millsap a screen on Middleton. Barton. It's rebounded by Houston. The Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Harden with the stop.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
There's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. A shot by Middleton, wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. Denver calls timeout. They trail by 4. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Porter's checked in for Wagner. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Murray kicks to Porter. Fades and shoots. And the basket is good.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're ahead by 4. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Denver making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. Harden against Harris. Harris against Harden. He feeds it to Capella. Stolen by O'Quinn.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That turns the lead now to a one-possession game. Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt, professional move all the way, puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Here's Murray. And that puts them up by 5.
Mirotic sometimes gets one-dimensional out there, but I know one thing the coaching staff really loves about him. He brings competitive fire to every game. And that's something any coaching staff loves to count on.
Millsap misses. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Murray, here we go. For 3, Harris nails it. And now they trail by just 4.
Just great confidence and courage from Harris on that play. He relishes the chances to build his character and be a hero in a close game like this one.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul would make things interesting.
Definitely. Everything has to happen perfectly just to give them a chance.
There's the 3, and Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. From deep, can't get it to fall. So we see the Rockets get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For